Are you still struggling to build traditional SaaS tools while other founders are quietly tapping into a multi-trillion-dollar labor market? While you're out there begging companies to buy software seats, top players are already selling the actual completed work. No fluff today, let's jump straight into the core of this explainer. We are going to completely deconstruct Greg Eisenberg's hardcore blueprint and show you exactly why AI agents are the brand new SaaS.
Because look, here's the core question every single person trying to get into AI is asking right now. How do you actually build an AI agent that can truly replace a human dispatcher or a receptionist or a customer service rep, and crucially, without it completely breaking on day one? Well, we aren't doing empty theories here. We are going to break down a hardcore 30-day blueprint for turning AI agents into a highly profitable, outcome-based business. This isn't just slapping some code together. This is a total reconstruction of how you understand software value.
Okay, so the core of all of this requires a massive shift in your mental model. Think about traditional SaaS. It basically sells software for a team to use, right? The pitch is literally, hey, here's a tool, you guys can use it. But Agent SaaS sells the actual work. The pitch changes to, here is a specific task that your team never has to do manually ever again. You are essentially selling a junior employee that never needs to sleep, operates way faster than an outsourced agency, and is significantly cheaper than adding actual human headcount. You aren't selling software anymore. You're literally selling labor.
So with that in mind, the most critical thing is that you can't just pick any random task and automate it. According to the blueprint, a truly profitable workflow absolutely must hit these 5 exact traits. Miss one, and you're in trouble. First, the task has to happen daily or even hourly. Second, it needs a crystal clear finish line, like an appointment is confirmed or a refund is processed. Third, it has to touch existing software systems. Think Gmail, Shopify, or Zendesk. Fourth, the edge cases might be annoying, but they must be learnable for an AI. It can't rely purely on subjective human judgment. And fifth, this is massive. The buyer has to feel a real, tangible financial loss when this work isn't done right. Think about a missed phone call leading to a lost customer. That guarantees you are selling a painkiller, not just a vitamin.
Let's ground this theory in some hard data and specific niches. Take roofers or plumbers, for instance. Their biggest pain points are missed calls, financing questions, and insurance paperwork. The success metric there? Converting those missed calls into qualified orders. What about med spas? They struggle with read scoring, customer no-shows, and upselling memberships. Or let's look at Shopify e-commerce brands. Their main headaches are processing returns, exchanges, and following up on wholesale leads. Your ultimate goal here is to find the workflow that already has a salary tag attached to it, meaning the client is already literally paying a human being a salary to do this exact job.
Now, once you've pinpointed that pain point, almost every founder makes a fatal mistake. They immediately start writing code or prompting. No way, absolutely do not do that. Before writing a single line of code, you have to enter the shadowing phase. You need to sit down with the actual human worker and observe them completing 10 to 20 specific, real-world jobs. Get them to record their screen. Make them narrate their exact decision-making process out loud. Why is this one simple? Why is this one complex? What data did you just look up? Document every single place where mistakes happen. Don't oversimplify this. Capturing the hardcore, granular details of this process is exactly what builds your product's moat. Once you fully understand the real workflow, the very next step is locking down your spec sheet. To avoid just building useless AI slop, you need to rigorously define these 7 key components. 1. What exact event wakes the agent up? 2. What context does it need to read? 3. What tools is it actually allowed to use? 4. What actions can it take completely autonomously? 5. At what threshold does it require human approval? 6. What are the strict rules for escalating a problem back to a human? And 7, how do you explicitly define that the task was a success? Honestly, getting these 7 parts right is the only way your system performs consistently. And this brings us to a massively important concept, the minimum useful agent, or MUA. Listen, do not try to build a fully autonomous digital employee on day one. That's a guaranteed disaster. Instead, you're going to choose from one of these 4 MUAs. First is the draft and approve agent. AI drafts the response, a human clicks approve. Second is the triage agent, which just routes tickets to the right place. Third is the coordinator, which chases down info and syncs progress between systems and people. And fourth is the bounded action agent,
which executes a single action under extremely strict rules, like automatically approving refunds, but only if they are under $50. Start with predictable paths and only add AI dynamic judgment where it actually creates value.
All right, now we arrive at the actual defensive moat of your SaaS business. Yes, the AI does the heavy lifting under the hood, but what actually makes it a sellable business is the product wrapper, built around that AI. Why would a business trust you with their operations? They need to feel in control. This wrapper is basically a control room. We're talking detailed operation logs, manual approval workflows, custom settings, and routing rules for human handoffs. For a restaurant, this might just look like a simple dashboard summarizing missed calls. This product wrapper is exactly what turns a cool automation script into an enterprise-grade SaaS product.
To actually prove your system works and establish unbreakable trust, you need to burn this number into your brain: 50. Before you officially launch, you must compile an eval set of 50 real historical tickets or jobs from your client. You run your AI system against those 50 exact cases, and you take those raw results straight to the sales pitch. You say, look, we ran your past 50 maintenance requests through the system. It perfectly categorized 42 of them, flagged 6 for human review, and made 2 mistakes. Here are the 2 mistakes, and here's exactly how we patched the logic to fix them. That kind of extreme, transparent data is literally your most powerful sales asset.
Okay, let's talk about the money, because this is where the playbook gets really specific. Your goal is to get 3 pilot customers in one niche, but you are not charging per software seat. You are charging for the outcome. Here are the 3 hardcore pricing models. Model 1, charge a $1,500 initial setup fee plus a $1,000 monthly retainer for that single workflow. Model 2 is purely outcome-based, a $2,000 setup fee plus $30 for every single successful appointment booked. Model 3 is a tiered subscription, $3,000 a month, which covers up to 500 processed tickets. A setup fee combined with an outcome-based retainer, this is 100% the future of monetizing agent software. So you have the product and the pricing, but where do the customers come from? The answer is hyper-targeted content marketing. You are going to create 50 workflow teardowns. You want to ruthlessly compare the old, broken way to the new AI way. Show how, manually, a rep asks 5 questions, checks a calendar, takes notes, forgets to follow up, and the boss loses a huge deal. Then show the AI method: instant answer, seamless background checks, auto-updated CRM, deal closed. Make the management actually feel the pain of their old process. Publish these teardowns organically, see which ones naturally get traction, and then aggressively put your paid ad spend behind the winners. If you are ready to execute, here is the exact hardcore day-by-day plan for week 1. Day 1, pick a niche that bleeds real money when work slips through the cracks. Day 2, interview 10 frontline operators and get those screen recordings. Day 3, lock in just one single high-frequency workflow with clear metrics. Day 4, write out that 7-part agent spec. Day 5 is crucial. Do not code. Manually copy and paste context into an AI yourself to see if it can actually do the logic. Once validated, Day 6, build the minimum useful agent. And Day 7, build and run your 50 example eval set.
Then, weeks 2 through 4 are all about scaling that up. In week 2, you use your eval set results to sell 2 paid pilot customers in that same niche. Week 3, you use AI coding tools to actually build that product wrapper we talked about, the logs, and the approval control room. By week 4, the product is running smoothly, and you start pumping out your workflow teardown content, testing conversion rates, and firing up the ads. That is the complete 0 to 1 execution sequence. Clear, hardcore, and absolutely no fluff.
Okay, let's do a rapid, high-density review of the hard facts and metrics you need to pull this off. To successfully replicate this playbook, you must strictly lock in the 5 perfect workflow traits, mandate 10 to 20 shadow job sessions, define all 7 parts of the agent spec, build only from the 4 minimum useful agent pipes, run an eval set of exactly 50 historical examples, and close exactly 3 pilot customers on outcome-based pricing. Every single one of these numbers is a defensive moat keeping you alive in this market. So, if you take only one foundational concept away from this explainer today, make it this. The entire software industry is making a massive, irreversible shift. We are moving from selling tools that say, help me do the work, to selling digital labor that says, do the work for me. The biggest gold mine right now isn't selling software logins, it's selling the completed work itself.
It's honestly an incredibly exciting paradigm shift. But now it comes down to execution. If you were going to replicate this exact project today, what is your very first move? Which niche are you going after? Leave your actionable plan in the comments down below. I will personally read and reply to help you avoid the common pitfalls that trip up new founders. And hey, don't wait. Drop a comment right now, and you'll instantly receive our complete step-by-step AI coding tool list, plus a high-res mind map covering all the exact details of this 30-day launch. Thanks for diving deep into this explainer with us, and we'll see you in the next one.